The
I
role?
don't really get offered anything ever. So when some opportunity comes my way, I have to take it. I mean, actually, she's been doing this for so long. I think people don't realize how young she still is. I'm gonna wait until I finish watching Durgamati, and then I'm gonna watch Bhag.
Hi, Karan. Welcome to Box Office India.
Thank you for
So,
having me.
like I was asking you, Durgamati, how excited, nervous are you? 2 दिन ही बचा है release के लिए.
Not nervous at all. Very excited, very confident in what we've done and the package that we're about to put out. I've been saying this in interviews. I'm so confident about the star cast that we have. Our DOP is phenomenal. Our director Ashok sir is phenomenal, and we've gotten a positive response to whatever we've put out so far. Whether it's the trailer or the songs. So I'm just super confident, and I'm very excited for the release. And hopefully people echo my sentiments once the film is out.
Yeah. So, did you watch the original before you were offered this film, or you watched it after
No, I
the
still
film was
haven't
offered?
seen it. I still haven't seen it because honestly, I wanted this experience to be as fresh and new as possible. Also, Unni sir, who's played the character that I'm playing in the original.
Hmm.
Many times when you see a different actor play a part that you're about to play, it's in your mind that, oh, he did it like this. Maybe I should not do this or do that. I
Hmm.
didn't want to be in that frame of mind. I wanted to have a fresh, new approach to it. So I made a conscious decision to not watch it, and once we were done filming, then I was like, if I'm going to experience something like this for the first time, it might as well be our film. So I'm going to wait until I finish watching Durgamati, and then I'm going to watch Bhag.
So, when you were approached for the film, were you skeptical in taking up? Because whenever it's a remake or we do it in Bollywood, there's always comparison with the original film. So, was there any apprehension before taking up
Ma'am,
the
I
role?
don't really get offered anything ever. So when some opportunity comes my way, I have to take it. I can't be like, oh no, it's a remake, this and that. If I have an opportunity, especially to work with such an incredible star cast and an incredible director, amazing production house, then of course I was going to lap it up. I was not going to let it pass. So I never had any apprehensions. As far as it being a remake of a South Indian film, I think it's being remade for a reason. It's because the South Indian film did so well, the Telugu version. So that's why they want to share it with sort of a different untapped portion of the audience and the population that hasn't seen it. So I don't have any apprehensions. I'm rather excited for people who haven't seen the original or even people who have seen it to watch our version of it, because we bring our own sort of uniqueness to it, whether it's with our performances or the way it's shot. So yeah,
Yeah.
no apprehensions as such.
You and Bhumi are a very fresh pair. How was it shooting with her? What was the first meeting like?
The first meeting, honestly, I didn't really have a chance to converse with her. There were too many people there, and at that time, I didn't know I was playing the part. So I didn't really have the chance to converse with her until after I was locked to play Shakti. And we really properly hung out and spoke for the first time when it was during our sked when I first got to Bhopal, and she was already shooting there, and we became great friends. Bhumi, actually, she's been doing this for so long. I think people don't realize how young she still is. So we're pretty much close to each other as far as the whole age thing is concerned. So we have a lot in common. We know a lot of people in common, and of course we are passionate about the same thing, and we do the same thing for a living. So I think that was the crux and the basis for a really strong friendship, and we really got along. And I think that sort of translated onto the screen as well, whether it was our chemistry in the song or the scenes that we did. I think that sort of resonated even more because of the relationship and the sort of friendship that we had behind the camera. So it was an incredible experience working with her. Not just her. I mean, I had most of my scenes with her, but even the chance to work with Arshad sir, who I've been such a big fan of growing up, and Jishu sir. Yeah, it was an amazing experience for a young actor like myself.
Right. So you're playing Shakti. What could you relate to your character in any ways?
Not at all. Not at all. He's such a good person, I think, and he's so loving and caring. Not that I'm not, but I've never been that sort of, like, if you see the song, you can see how deeply in love Chanchal and Shakti are. I've never experienced that relationship, unfortunately, in my real life. So no, I'm not really like him at all in my real life. But I think that's the fun of being an actor, that you get to play characters that are really not like yourself, and I think
Yeah.
that's where the fun and the challenge sort of lies. So I had a great time playing Shakti.
So any quality of Shakti that you would like to, take it?
I think he's very empathetic towards people he doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
I think we all have a certain level of empathy, but it's often restricted to people in our circle or people that we, care about or know on a personal level. But to feel that same level of empathy towards a complete stranger and to sort of have compassion for someone going through something when you're not in that position or don't know that person very well, I think it's a great quality. It's something that I'm trying to sort of culminate in myself, cultivate my bad. But yeah, slowly but surely, hopefully, that sort of comes through. But yeah, definitely that's one thing from Shakti that I would like to incorporate in myself.
Right. So, Durgamati earlier was supposed to release in theaters, but now because of this pandemic and everything that's happening right now, it's releasing on OTT. What were your thoughts on that when you were told that the film is releasing on OTT platform?
Yeah, I mean, for an actor, of course, it's a very special feeling to have your film released on a big screen and to be able to experience that with, your family, friends, and the audience. Eh,
Right.
Luckily, I got the chance to experience that once with my first film. I would have loved to do that again with this film. Also, the scale at which it's being made, I think it deserves that sort of release. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, I'm extremely excited to be coming out on Amazon Prime because I think OTT platforms give you a level of reach and visibility that sort of theatrical releases don't, because you get the chance to enter over 200 homes and people get the chance to
Yeah.
watch your film with subtitles in different countries. And for a new actor like myself, visibility is very important. So I think it's honestly a blessing in disguise, at least if I look at it from a selfish actor's point of view. And at the end of the day, I think even the makers and everyone involved will agree with me when I say, we worked so hard on it. Now that, as long as a film is appreciated and liked and our work gets appreciated and liked, it doesn't matter whether it's in the cinema or on an OTT platform.
Right. So is it also a good thing that earlier, like with Durgamati, Indu Ki Jawani is also releasing on the same day on 11th, which is Indu Ki Jawani is releasing in theaters, whereas Durgamati is releasing on OTT platform. So there are no clashes. The clash what we used to use mostly when the two films used to release is not there. So equally, both the films will get the views or the numbers that we say. How do you see about this new thing that's happening?
See, honestly, I never really bothered too much about those things to begin with, because as an actor, especially a young actor, you don't really have a say in when your film is releasing and what date and stuff, because the numbers and release dates, these are things that are really, not in my control. It's something that the
Yeah.
producers and people way higher up than I decide. For me, my focus only has to be delivering on my performance when I'm on set, and doing the best I can in the film and promoting the film. Apart from that, it's really out of my hands, what happens with the film in terms of how they market it, when they release it. I have no say in it. But I think if your film is good, it will be noticed and appreciated regardless. I don't think clashes and things like that matter. I mean, like, if two good films release on the same day and they're both good films, I think people are going to appreciate both the films for what they are. So I think at the
Right.
end of the day, it doesn't really matter that much.